Water, the world's most valuable natural resource, yet often it's the most taken for granted. Without it, life on Earth would be impossible. We wouldn't be able to grow food, get clean, or enjoy a cold drink.
Hi, I'm Joe and this is Fiona, and you're all invited to come on a tour of the West County Wastewater District Water Pollution Control Plant. Here, we clean all the wastewater that comes from the general area here so that it's safe for everybody to use. Come on and join us. Let's go. Did you ever wonder what happens to the water after it goes down the drain?
Yeah, where does it go?
That is called wastewater because it has picked up contamination from human waste, food scraps, and other dirty stuff from homes and businesses. Wastewater needs to be completely cleaned before it can be put back in the environment so it doesn't pollute the bay or make people, animals, or fish sick. Wastewater goes down the drain and is collected into a string of underground pipes. It flows downhill in these pipes, sometimes for miles until they reach the Water Pollution Control Plant. There are three main steps the Water Pollution Control Plant uses to clean wastewater: physical separation, biological treatment, and disinfection.
Physical separation starts by removing larger solids like sand and eggshells using machines like this with lots of moving parts.
Actually, we found Mike Wazowski in there. Well, we find a lot of kids' toys. We find Hot Wheels, we found Diego the Explorer. We've even found money in the bar screens.
Primary clarifiers allow time for gravity to do the job. With these big tanks, all the heavier solids that are left over sink to the bottom of the tank, and the grease and the oil and scum that's lighter than water rises to the top. So now let's go over and take a look at the roughing filter. So this is our roughing filter. What it is, it's basically like a giant honeycomb inside this cylinder, and it's covered with a slimy layer of bacteria. And the water is sprayed out on top, and as the water trickles down through the honeycomb, the bacteria start to feed on the waste in the water.
The water now moves to the second stage of treatment, biological treatment.
What does biological treatment mean?
Well, biological treatment uses living bacteria to eat the waste.
Whoa, really? They eat it?
Yeah. Just like most living things, air-dependent bacteria need oxygen and food to grow. The tiny solids in the wastewater serve as their food, and high-powered jets inject lots of oxygen into the water to keep the bugs alive. Next, the solids are allowed to settle again, this time in secondary clarifiers. The settled material is full of live bacteria.
Hey guys, this is called our return activated sludge system. This is where the bugs that we have that have eaten everything they can in our clarifier, well, they get pumped back to the beginning of the aeration basin where they can get fresh stuff to eat and go through the system again.
Here, a small amount of chlorine bleach is added to the water. It's the same stuff they put in pools to keep them sanitary. The chlorine actually kills the germs that are left over in the water. But before the water can enter into the bay, we have to remove the chlorine.
So now, does the water go back to our homes for us to use again?
Most water that leaves the plant is sent to the Chevron refinery down the street so they can use it in their cooling towers and boiler systems.
What happens to all the solids that are removed in the water?
Good question. Let's see. Take my hand. 1, 2, 3.
What's inside that building?
All the solid waste removed at the plant is pumped to digesters. These large enclosed tanks are heated to about the same temperature as inside your body. Inside the digesters, different kinds of bacteria, anaerobic bacteria, or bacteria that grow in low oxygen environments, break down the solid waste into what's called sludge. The sludge is then pumped to lagoons where it dries up in the summertime. Dump trucks come to the lagoons before the rainy season and haul the dried sludge away to cover garbage at the landfill. It takes a lot of energy to run all the equipment at the plant.
Wow! Look where we are. These things are huge.
Yeah, these are our solar panels.
Those are solar panels?
Well, there's 89 arrays with a total of 4,494 solar panels, and it provides about 35% of the energy needs of our plant.
Wow, that's almost 5,000 solar panels.
Yeah, you're right, and they move too.
Cool.
Each solar panel or each array has its own computer that tells it when to move so that it's always facing the sun.
The digestion process creates methane gas, which the West County Wastewater District recovers and uses to fuel some of the equipment.
So what can you do to help keep our water clean?
Remember, there are hundreds of miles of underground pipes that take all the wastewater to the plant.
Some of them can become easily clogged by things like paper towels, wipes, Band-Aids, dental floss, and really anything other than toilet paper. These things clump together in the pipes and can cause sewage to back up, sending raw wastewater spilling out onto the streets, or worse yet, up your toilet and into your home. Keep the wastewater moving by putting only human waste and toilet paper down the drain. The rest of that stuff should go in the trash.
Oil and grease from cooking is causing a lot of clogs in the sewer pipes. When washed down the drain, the oil cools down and becomes solid, coating the inside of the pipes with hard clumps of grease that block the flow. That can cause more sewer spills. Before you wash out pots, pans, and dishes, scrape the food scraps into your compost bin or trash. Then pour the waste oil into a separate container that can be recycled or thrown in the trash. Oily spills and spots should be wiped clean with paper towels. This will help prevent sewer backups and overflows.
Remember, the water pollution control plant is a living biological treatment system. And the bugs that we use to clean the wastewater are sensitive to things like chemicals, medicines, cleaners, solvents. These types of things can harm or even kill the bugs, or worse yet, end up in the sludge or pass out through the plant into the environment. So it's just a reminder not to let any of these types of pollutants go down the drain.
You can help prevent water pollution by bringing your unused chemicals from home to the Household Hazardous Waste Facility at 101 Pittsburgh Avenue, right across the street from the Water Pollution Control Plant off the Richmond Parkway. They will make sure these chemicals are either recycled or disposed of safely. Are there any unused or expired medicines in your home? Do not flush them down the drain. Bring them to the West County Wastewater District office at 2910 Hilltop Drive in Richmond. There's a secure collection container you can put them in to make sure they are disposed of safely. Another chemical that may be found in your home is mercury. No, not the closest planet to the sun. Mercury is a very toxic pollutant that is used in thermostats, some light bulbs, and the old non-digital style thermometers. When replacing these mercury items, make sure they are brought to the Household Hazardous Waste Facility and not put them in the trash. They will even give you a brand new digital thermometer for free in exchange for an old mercury thermometer.
What a deal!
We encourage you to practice good habits to help us keep our water clean. We also encourage young people to consider a career in the wastewater treatment industry. There are many different careers available in the wastewater treatment industry. My job as the Environmental Compliance Inspector is to make sure no business or industry is putting anything down the drain that can hurt the pipes, the plant, or the workers at the plant. I also teach the community about water quality issues. Laboratory technicians use their background in chemistry to test the water and make sure the plant is working. Maintenance technicians keep all the machines and equipment running, and plant operators fine-tune the process to keep the plant running as efficiently as possible. Engineers, pipe maintenance crews, and accountants all work hard in support of a cleaner environment. Maybe you can see yourself working here someday.
Well, that's the end of the tour. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks, Joe. I had fun today. I learned a lot. I'll remember this.
Great.
There are many ways you can help keep our water clean. After all, the water we're using today will be the same water our children and grandchildren will be using many years from now. The West County Wastewater District is here to make sure our most precious natural resource is kept clean and healthy for you and for future generations.